let's talk about Barenpark, where it's your job to build the best bear park you can. So welcome to the Board Game Closet. My name's Jimmy, and if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, click the button and subscribe, and every week we'll give you a video review about a board game, and we'll tell you if you should buy it, play it, or hate it right up front. That's our simple rating system where we tell you if you should green, go buy a game and add it to your collection. White, maybe you wouldn't buy it, but you definitely play it. And then red means you wouldn't buy it and you wouldn't play it because you hate it. In this video review, Barenpark gets a green rating from me. I think you should buy this game, and I'll tell you why. Throughout the rest of this video, I want to tell you why I think that you should buy this game. This is a very simple to teach game that gets you playing really quickly, and that's one of the reasons that I like this game so much. In Barenpark, you get to build a bear park, and everyone starts with one tile that has different symbols on it, either a wheelbarrow, a white cement truck, construction workers, or a bear pit, or a statue pit, I guess is what you would call it. So at the beginning of the game, you are going to get one of these green tiles based off of turn order. And let's say that I get the little park here. On my turn, I'm simply going to place it down onto my board in any place that I want, in any orientation that I want. And whatever item that I cover up, I'm going to get one of the tiles on the board from that symbol. So there's a green wheelbarrow, that's all these right here, the white cement truck, that's all these, and then the orange excavator, that's all of these items right here. So if I covered up the white wheel or the white cement truck, then I would just look somewhere on here and I'd say, okay, I want one of these tiles. I would grab this, and then on my next turn I get to go. If I don't cover up anything, then on my next turn I get to take one of the green items, but that's all I do on my turn. So basically I kind of lose a turn. So it incentivizes you to try to cover up an item on your turn. And if you happen to cover up two items on a turn, then you could get two tiles. So I might get a white and a green on a turn, which is really cool. All of the items in the white column here with the white cement truck, these are going to go down in value. So instantly, another reason that I say buy this game, it already feels like a race, because as soon as someone takes the 7, now it's a 6, a 5, a 4, and depending on the number of players, these can change on which ones are still out here. So like, let's say that you're playing in a 2-player game, there might only be 6, 4, and 2. So there's no 7, there's just a 6, and once somebody takes that one, there's just a 4 and just a 2. And so that means that you're already racing to try to get these items. And so the decisions that you make on what you cover up first feels kind of pressed, especially if you're playing a 4-player game. Now there aren't any orange spaces on your first card, and so you have to cover up these little, I don't know what you call them, survey people. Once you cover up one of the survey people, then you're able to get a new board, and you can place that board out anywhere as long as it connects on a side. So you can't do diagonal, but I can place this on a side, and now the orange excavator has now been revealed, and so once I cover that up, then I'm going to get one of these orange pieces. And what's neat about these is once somebody takes this item, it's gone. So if you had your eye on this really long orange piece and somebody takes it, now that's gone out of the game. And so if you had this really good idea of where you were going to place that on your board, now you could be totally messed over and you're going to have to rethink your plan. One of the rules I didn't mention is that once you lay down your first piece, every piece after that has to touch a previously laid piece. So that means that I have to place it. So I couldn't just place my orange piece way over here. It's got to build off of that. And then another item that I didn't mention are these bear statues. So these bear statues go down in value 16, 15, 14, 13, all the way down to 1. But these bear statues cannot be placed on your board until all the other places have been covered. And so you're going to be filling up this board, and once all of those spaces have been covered, ding, 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 you unlock this achievement and you get to place this bear statue in the last spot on the board. And so that's kind of neat. And it gives you kind of an incentive to fill up a board so that you can get this early on, because you could, if you wanted to, build your park however out you want and not worry about filling up a board, but this gives you a reason to fill that up, and that's kind of exciting. I like that. Now, if that was all there was to the game, I would really enjoy it, but they include these, I think that this is an expert variant or kind of an advanced variant, but you'll just want to play this right from the very beginning. They have these achievement tiles, and it could be something like this one says you need to have 3 orange tiles touching each other. And so that's interesting because you only get one of these when you cover up an orange excavator, and there's only one of these per tile. So to get this, you're going to have all 4 of your tiles out and then also have them touching. This one says if you have 3 of these lazy rivers connected, then you're going to get one of these. This one says that you need to have 3 of these food ones in a straight row. And so there's all different kinds of versions of these, and so you could either randomly select these and see what you're going to be doing in that game, or you could purposefully choose them, whatever you want to do, and I think that that's kind of cool. The reason that I like this game so much is because it's, like I said, it's not complicated at all. And so my mother came for Thanksgiving a few weeks ago, and we sat down and we played this game, and I taught it to her in a couple minutes, and then I just saw things, the wheels turning and things clicking, and then she was totally into this mode of how can I best put these things together. And so I saw her agonizing over a few decisions, although it really is not that complicated, but I saw her trying to work through it and figure out what she was going to do. And so the very first game that I played with my mom, she beat me at it, and so it had already set into place, and so she knew what she was doing. And because it's so simple, you just cover up an item and you take one of those pieces off the board. Because it's that simple, you can sit around and talk during this game. And sometimes I want that. Sometimes I want to be able to play a game with people and not have to really just my brain is melting and burning. But I love to have a game that I could sit down and just play and really not have to think too much, but yet there's still a puzzle. So I heard James Hudson say the other day that when he's looking for games for them to create, that he loves games that are puzzles, but then also that's an actual fun puzzle. Sometimes something can be too puzzly and not even be enjoyable. This has just enough of that puzzly feel to it that makes it fun without it being just a puzzle that's not any fun. And so anyways, that's one of the reasons that I really like Barenpark, is because of that, because it has just enough but not too much. The replayability in this one, I think, comes because of this variations on what you could do over here, and kind of the race to see how well you could do. And then at the end, once you've got your park built, and then you maybe you're the master and you get the very last piece to fall into place, and then you get your very last statue to go in at the end. That's just really fun. And I've taken a picture of my board every single time, and I hate when I don't fit everything together and things don't fall into place. But you can usually work that out with these green pieces, but the problem is these green pieces don't score you any points. So at the end, you're going to just add up all of the points that you've scored on your board. So all of these are worth point values, your statues are worth point values, and then any of these achievements that you've unlocked are worth points too. And then you just add it up, and that's the end of the game. And so scoring is easy, it's not complicated, and it's always interesting to see who wins the game at the end. All right, that's it. That's Barenpark. Thanks for watching. Go to your local game store, see if they've got a copy of this, and let me know in the comments if you've played this game, if you like it, and if you pick up a copy of this game because of this video, please let me know in the comments. I would love to know what you think about it when it gets to your table.